وقعت لكاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة والسابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم ثلة من الأولين وقليل من الآخرين على سرر موضونة متكئين عليها متقابلين يطوف عليهم ولدان مخلدون بأكواب وأباريق وكأس من معين لا يصدعون عنها ولا ينزفون وفاكهة مما يتخيرون ولحم طير مما يشتهون وحور عين كأمثال اللؤلؤ المكنون جزاء بما كانوا يعملون لا يسمعون فيها لغوا ولا تأثيما إلا قيلا سلاما سلاما وأصحاب اليمين ما أصحاب اليمين في سدر مخضود وطلح منضود وظل ممدود وماء مسكوب صدق الله العلي العظيم.
رہ گئی دشت میں تنہا تو وطن یاد آیا پانی پایا تو ہر ایک تشنا دہن یاد آیا لے کے ہر چیز مدینے سے چلی تھی زینب لاش پہ بائی کی پہنچی تو کفن یاد آیا بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی بندے تھے ہاتھ میرے بندے تھے ہاتھ میرے قبر میں بنا نہ سکی بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی گلے پہ چلتا تھا جس وقت شمر کا خنجر بہت قریب سے دیکھا تھا میں نے وہ منظر لے کے ہاتھ سے زلفیں تیرے چھڑا نہ سکی بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی کہانی سنتی تھی تم سے جو اپنی دادی کی وہ جس کو تیرے ہی سینے پہ نیند آتی تھی تیری یتیموں کو تیری بہن سلا نہ سکی بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی، میرے ہی سامنے جلتے تھے بائی سب خیمے، ستم ہے بستر عابد جلایا دانے، یہ حد ہے جھولے کو اصغر کے میں بچا نہ سکی، بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی، تماچے تیری سکینہ نے اس قدر کھائے، میں ڈر رہی تھی یہ پردیس میں نہ مر جائے، مدد کے واسطے غازی کو میں بلا نہ سکی، بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی، بنتے تھے ہاتھ میرے، بنتے تھے ہاتھ میرے، قبر میں بنا نہ سکی، بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی، بہت غریب ہے زینب کفن بھی لا نہ سکی، صلوات اللہ۔
السلام علیکم۔
وعلیکم السلام۔
Is your mic on? Yeah. I'm not going to hear. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'd like to begin by sending our salams to the Holy Prophet, Prophet Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Imam Ali alayhi salam. Bibi Fatima alayhi salam. all our Imams, including the Imam of our time, Imam Ajallahu Farajahu. Okay, boys. Before I start, I've just brought this here. I'm going to ask a few questions. We're going to put it on the board, and then we'll focus what's on the screen. And what I want to put on the board will probably be the first or the second slide when I actually start with the slideshow. So the hint is already there why we are here. Why are we here? Why are we dressed all in black today? Because 2 days ago, I was here, I was standing outside, everyone had nice clothes, nice colorful clothes, sherwani, really beautiful clothes. But today, including myself, but maybe because I wore this to work, so I decided to wear the same clothes here. Okay, let me see. What's your name? Muhammad Mehdi. Why are you here? Zainab. Let's have a loud salawat for Lady Zainab. Okay. So about Lady Zainab, before we start talking about her, I want you to imagine about Lady Zainab. And what is the first word that comes to your mind about Lady Zainab in terms of her quality, who she is, anything that comes to your mind? Maybe we just put a few ideas here. I've already got, when I was writing this, I wrote already some ideas. So maybe there may be some here which will show up there. What's the first thing that comes to your mind about Lady Zainab? Brave. Okay. Okay. Hopefully you can see it. The pen is not brilliant, but you can see brave there. What else? What else? Another idea. Okay, so what does that mean? You don't know.
Last time I heard it was last year in the annex book.
Okay, you forgot about that. Okay, so we'll just write Zain and Ab. Ab is from who? From the father. Yeah? So Zain, so she's got two words forming the word Zainab. The way it's spelled there is with an I, but we'll just leave it like this for now. What else comes to your mind? Helpful. Helpful, yes? Okay. That's, oh, I'll try those ones if there's work. Alhamdulillah. Thank you. Okay, so we got Zainab. And we got brave. Any other ideas? Yes, better.
She doesn't give up.
She doesn't give up.
Yes.
Okay. So not.
Resilient.
Okay, let me use that instead. Why do you say that?
Because even after Karbala, he still stood for what was right.
Excellent. Okay, very good. Yes, Ali. Patient. Why is she patient? Okay, even in hardship, she would be patient in terms of all the difficulties she was going through. Anybody else? No, you already got something from you. What about you? What, sorry? Yazid's court. Okay. What was from the court of Yazid that you? She stood up for her rights. Okay, so maybe we stay stood up for her rights. Okay. And also another thing I was going to add to that, when she was in court, I want to use the word eloquent. Hopefully I've spelled that correctly. and we'll pick up on eloquence a bit later. I'll take one more, and then I want to kick off, because otherwise I'm not going to have much time to finish everything. Have you said anything before? Okay. Okay, kind. I'll take that. In what way? Sorry, in what way was she kind? Yeah, I'll take that one. Somebody said caring. Okay. We stop there because I'm gonna move this so it's on this side. Yeah. So those people can see the screen, but we're gonna focus on this as well. Okay. So this is exactly what we were doing on the screen. So let me bring some of the ideas, and let's see if we can compare what we have here to what's on that board there. Courageous. Yeah, maybe we didn't write courageous there. Okay, we said eloquent right at the top. I can see eloquent, and I will go into why eloquence is important to Lady Zainab. Loyal. What does loyal mean? Yes.
It means it's another word for wisdom.
Wisdom? No, not quite. Yes, better. Listening. Okay, no. So loyalty. Yes. Trustworthy. Okay. So, like for example, everybody supports a football team. I hear. Yes. So you will not be changing your teams, even if that team is losing. You are most likely gonna stick with that. Who was Lady Zainab so loyal to? Who? Imam Hussain. Very good. So let's bring a few more up. Resilient. I think patience I saw already there. A loving mother. I want to pick that one up a bit later. Compassionate sister. Sister to who we just said? Imam Hussain, and also Imam Hassan. She also had a sister. Okay, it will come up in a second. She never gave up. And this is my favorite, the next one. Yeah? A rock. What is the significance behind a rock? A small rock is maybe a pebble. A rock is something which is quite, yes, strong, big, maybe a boulder, because heavy. Very good. So when it's a rock, yes, it's very difficult to move. She was steadfast. She believed in her brother's mission. She was an Ahlul Bayt after all. So of all of those, and I think something very easy for us to relate to is to be like a rock. Yes? I'm sure there's like a character on TV or something like that called The Rock as well, isn't there? I'm not sure that I know everything about that. But anyways. Okay, so what I want to do next is, I can run this. So before we go into the stories about Lady Zainab, these are the people we've already touched on. So the mother is, the boys, focus here. Forget about what's going on at the back. Who's the dad? It's all on the screen. Imam Ali alayhi salam. Let's have a loud salawat. The mother, Lady Fatima alayhi salam. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The grandfather was Prophet Muhammad. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. The grandmother, Lady Khadija, and quickly we go through and now have a salawat at the end. The brothers, Imam Hassan, Imam Hussain, and sister Kulthum. Let's have a loud salawat for all of those on the screen. So my plan today to talk to you is about clearly Lady Zainab. What we're going to do is we're gonna pick up on from her birth, what happened, because a lot of the time we're gonna spend is towards her relationship with her brother. Also, her relationship with her children. And then we will quickly go through Karbala, what happens post Karbala, why is Lady Zainab so important to us, and why until today there's something which I think she did for all of us, which we should be grateful for. So let's have a salawat for her, please. Do you know how she was named? Or who actually, the question is who named her? Do we know? Like in our cases, maybe an aunt or an uncle, or maybe our parents decide, or maybe we put it through a random name generator or something like that. A name pops up and we name them. Or, yes.
Prophet Muhammad.
Okay, yes, Prophet Muhammad named her, but where did he get the name from? It's not an ordinary name. It doesn't just come like that. Yes, Ali. Allah sent it via who? What was the means of communication between Allah and the Holy Prophet? Was it through a mobile phone? Huh? Was it through WhatsApp? Was it through emails? Yes. Jibreel. Very good. So, in fact, it was Jibreel who actually brought the name to the Holy Prophet. But when he was giving that name to the Holy Prophet, his eyes, as in Jibraeel's eyes, were about to cry because he knew who Lady Zainab is going to be. So even before Lady Zainab was born, it was already destined what was going to happen to her. Yeah, so when she was actually, even before the name was granted to the Holy Prophet to name Lady Zainab, they already knew what was planned for Lady Zainab. And as a consequence of that, even Jibreel knew, because obviously, how did Jibreel find out? From Allah, of course, that this is the situation, what is going to happen in the future for Lady Zainab. So those are qualities that we have come across. A lot of those play out in her life. Now, how many of us have got brothers and sisters at home? Yes? How would you say your relationship with, are you brothers? Okay. What is your relationship with your brother? Is it you like him, you hate him, you fight a lot, you kind of tease each other? No problem. I'm not going to go and tell your mom and dad, but if you want to share with me. You tease each other, okay? Any fighting? Sometimes, okay. It is natural. Yes, you're going to probably do that. But hopefully that is just in fun. It's not really serious that you're not going to injure is he younger than you? So you're not going to injure him so he ends up in hospital or anything like that. Of course, yeah. So you have what is called a loving relationship. Yeah. But yes, in fun you might hurt each other, but it's nothing too serious. And inshallah, he doesn't feel the hurt too much and forgets about it and life moves on. But the relationship with Lady Zainab and Imam Hussain was completely inseparable. They were always together. In fact, if you look at my first bullet point there, the relationship between Imam Hussain and Lady Zainab was that even when there were times when Bibi Fatima, the mother of Lady Zainab, wanted to pacify her, to calm her down, she would struggle. But as soon as she saw Imam Hussain, she would calm down. And that's when she was a baby. She probably wasn't even walking at that stage. But from birth, she had that relationship. So imagine how strong that relationship grew, just like you as brothers, inshallah, over time. When you guys grow up, you look after each other. Maybe he goes into difficulty or he may need some help in homework, that you will say, okay, I'll help you, rather than saying, "Ah, it's your problem, not my problem." Yeah? So that is the type of relationship Lady Zainab had with Imam Hussain. In fact, before she used to even go for prayers at times, she used to look at Imam Hussain. So look at that connection. Amazing. Maybe you might have that connection with. How many of you got sisters at home? MashaAllah, 3 sisters. Very good. In fact, funnily, I have a sister as well. And her name is Zainab. Lucky. You have a sister called Zainab as well. Very good, mashallah. So make sure, what's your name? Okay, make sure your relationship, and I know your mom is there, make sure your relationship with Zainab is as strong as the relationship between Imam Hussain and Lady Zainab. Let's have a loud salawat, please. There's a lot of words in that slide, but the thing you should take as a message from that is Lady Zainab, Bibi Fatima used to talk to the Holy Prophet about her daughter. That there are times that she's obviously sad, she cries, and the relationship between Lady Zainab and Imam Hussain was such that, as I said, it was really strong. But the Holy Prophet knew what was the purpose of Lady Zainab. And he explained it to Lady Fatima that there is a major role that she's going to play, what she's going to go through. We all have heard, and that's why we are all here, or maybe because it's half term and you don't have anything to do, so your parents have brought you here. I don't think so. You're here for a very good reason. Inshallah, when you go away today, if you don't remember any of this and just remember a few of the words from this board here, then what we should do is use some of those qualities that Lady Zainab had and develop those towards us. So Prophet knew what Lady Zainab was going to do, what her role is going to be in Karbala. That's why there were times when Lady Zainab was really sad, and Bibi Fatima didn't know what was the situation, and Holy Prophet of course knew about it and explained it to his daughter, Lady Fatima. Let's have salawat for Bibi Fatima alayhi salam. Okay, so some of these words that we put in here, I want us to relate to some of the people she used to relate to. So, in calmness, I think we wrote patient somewhere. That is patient. Who is Lady Khadija? Who's Bibi Khadija alayhi salam? Somebody else. Who's Bibi Khadija? Do you know Bibi Khadija? You're taking notes, so maybe we should write down the note. Who was she the wife of? Prophet Muhammad. No problem. Look, we're here to learn, including myself. I was learning whilst I was pulling this together, so no problem. If we learn here and then go home with some knowledge, I think we've all done a great job. So, Lady Khadija was the wife of the Holy Prophet. Also, she was the mother of Bibi Fatima alayhi salam. Okay, so what was so amazing about Lady Khadija that we want to relate Bibi Zainab to in terms of kindness or calmness and patience? Did Lady Khadija go through any difficulty? No, she didn't go through any difficulty. So before Lady Khadija married the Holy Prophet, she was known as what? Like, was she poor, Lady Khadija, before she got married? Yes. What?
She was very rich.
She was very wealthy. Yes. So she had so much wealth. In fact, she was probably the wealthiest woman in Arabia at the time. Yes. So pretend it's the queen in this country. Yes. She's got lots of money. She's got a lot of wealth. She lives in I don't know how many castles, Windsor Castle, Buckingham Palace, whatever. Yes. So, but there's no way you can compare the queen to Lady Khadija in terms of her quality. But what did Lady Khadija do with her wealth? Yes. Did she keep it in the bank? Did she put it under a mattress? No. What did she do? She gave it to the poor, but she also gave it to the Holy Prophet to use it to spread Islam. So she gave everything away. In fact, it was in such a situation whereby they had given all their wealth away and they had nothing left. So look at that relationship, and remember, Lady Khadija, when she married the Holy Prophet, that's when he was spreading Islam. And they were difficult times. So now relate that relationship of the Holy Prophet and Lady Khadija to Imam Hussain, Imam, and Bibi Zainab, because they were together. They had to be patient in Karbala or even leading up to Karbala. In modesty. So again, relating to her mother. Eloquence. Did we put eloquence at the top there? Yes. Let me make sure. See, I got the spelling wrong there. But anyways, we'll fix that later. What is about eloquence and Lady Zainab? Somebody said about the court of Yazid. Who said that? Yes. Why do you say that? Right, so after the martyrdom of Hussain, they were taken to Sham, first to Kufa, then to Sham, which is Sham is now towards called Damascus. So they were in a court there. Okay, I want to take that because I have a slide dedicated to that. So we come back to that in terms of the eloquence, the way she spoke to Yazid as a female as well. Forbearance, like her brother. And also, I think we put bravery somewhere here. Brave. Just like her brother, Imam Hassan alayhi salam. Let's all out salawat. Where have we heard this title called Umme Abiha? Have we heard this anywhere? Umme Abiha. Who have I heard from? Have I spoken to you? Do you know where that word comes from? No, no problem. Just like I mentioned to him, it's no problem if we don't know. Inshallah, we know when we leave from here. Anybody else? Yes, I haven't spoken to you. Okay, so let's have a salawat for both of those individuals. Just one salawat for the Prophet and Lady Fatima alayhi salam. Are we very tired today? We haven't been to school today, have we? Who's been to school today? Nobody. Oh, everybody woke up late today, and you should have had an easy day at home today. So, Umme Abihad, boys, I want to relate again here, Lady Zainab to Bibi Fatima. The title was given to Bibi Fatima by the Holy Prophet because she was in that position as a child, but also the Holy Prophet used to call her as though she is her mother. Because what used to happen is when the Holy Prophet used to come back, she used to be there for him, support him. He was wounded in many occasions. She would then clean the Holy Prophet and wipe those wounds. Similar relationship which Lady Zainab had with her father as well. So look at the similarities between the mother and the daughter with their respective fathers. Okay, I'm told I have got 9 minutes and I have got tons to talk about. I'm sorry, but we might have to skip some of the stuff. So now we're heading quickly towards Karbala. Because obviously a big role of Lady Zainab was in Karbala. She spoke to her husband that she wants to go. Now imagine, put yourself in her shoes. You have the comfort of staying at home. You had all the luxuries. You have all the food. You have the shelter. You have your games. Everything you have. Lady Zainab had everything. But she knew her brother was traveling first from Medina to Mecca, Mecca towards Kufa. He was redirected from Kufa to Karbala. And Lady Zainab knew the difficulties Imam Hussain is going to have. How many of us will leave the comfort that we have here and go to somewhere where it's going to be really tough? I don't think many of us will do that because a lot of us will say, no, 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 no. I don't want to do that because I've got everything here. Why would I go through the difficulties? But the reason why she did that was because she was not separable between, and she didn't want to be herself without us. And the amazing thing was that she left her husband behind. Yes, she left her husband because of that bond which she had with Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Let's have a salawat. Thank you. Wow, I wish you could listen to me like that. That's why she's the mom and I'm the father. That's why the moms get things done a lot better than the fathers. I'm sure she'll agree with me. Who did she take her with on her journey? Two individuals. Yes.
Her wife and her son.
Her wife? No, her two sons. Yes. I think you made a mistake. Lady Zainab was the wife, but she took two children. The names are Aun and Muhammad. I've got their names listed here. Roughly what ages they were? 13 and 11. Roughly. Some people say 9 and 10 or 9 and 11. Where I was reading, it was about 13 and 11. But very young. Similar. How many of us are 11 here? Any 13s? You wouldn't be here if you were 13 because I would have chucked you out from annex. But roughly, imagine your age. Imagine your age, your mother taking you to a place where something special is going to happen. However, it's quite scary for a young person. Now, I want you to focus on the conversation. I'll put up all of these bullet points because we don't have time to go through everything. But she had a conversation with her sons because she wanted her boys. Imagine her as a mother. Her mother wanted her children to be sacrificed at the age of 11 and 13. Oh my God, that is a tough decision for any parent to take. But this is no ordinary individual. This is Lady Zainab. And Lady Zainab wanted to sacrifice those two boys for the person she was the most closest to, which was Imam Hussain. And look at the response. Imagine, now put yourself in Ona or Muhammad's shoes. Would we be able to respond to our moms if they said, I want you to die? Imagine. So imagine these children, how amazing children they were because they had the most amazing mom. That they are saying, yes, we are ready. We are ready to sacrifice ourselves for our uncle and for the cause of Imam Hussain alayhi salam. Yes? Now, of course, without the permission of Imam Hussain, this wasn't going to happen. So Lady Zainab approaches Imam Hussain and says, look, I've never requested any favor or asked you for anything, but I would like to ask for one thing. Imagine that close bond. Do you think Imam Hussain was going to say no? However hard it was for Imam Hussain to refuse and not accept that sacrifice, for Lady Zainab, he would do anything. So the next slide, I'm going to skip that because we are never going to finish today otherwise. So, the bravery of Lady Zainab. Did we put brave here? Yes. So straight after the martyrdom of Imam Hussain, all the men in the camp of Imam Hussain had now been martyred, except who? Yes, Imam Hussain. Yes, let's have a loud salawat. Yes, Imam Zainul Abidin, he was the only man, or at least an elderly, maybe they were young children, but as a man, only one person left. And Yazid wanted him killed as well. And who was that person that was brave to prevent him being killed? It was none other than Lady Zainab. Let's have salawat for her, please. As I promised, eloquence. We picked up eloquence here. Please ignore my spelling, but eloquence is spelled correctly there, otherwise it wouldn't have worked on my slide. Eloquence. She stood up in the court of Yazid, as you said. And what was Yazid doing? Because he had the head of Imam Hussain in the court. Do people remember what he was doing to the head? Yes.
Was he putting it on his spear?
So it was next to him, and he was probing it with a stick. He was probing the face, the mouth, the teeth of Imam Hussain. What does Lady Zainab say in return there? And reminds him that this face, this mouth of Imam Hussain, when he was young, used to be kissed by the Holy Prophet. So imagine the stature of Imam Hussain and what mockery Yazid is doing to this particular individual. Let's have loud salawat. Okay, I want to leave you with just one more slide and then I'm going to wrap up, which is this slide here. I think the reason why we are all gathered here today is for one reason. Had it not been for Lady Zainab, this institution of Majalis would not have been, because it was after the events of Karbala that Lady Zainab established this particular seating. Since then, the Majalis of Imam Hussain and all the Ahlul Bayt have continued. Because had it not been for Lady Zainab spreading the word about Karbala, that message would never have reached us. So we should all be very thankful to Lady Zainab for allowing us to be able to commemorate in the martyrdom of Imam Hussain, together with her martyrdom, which is today, together with all the other events where we actually sit for, whether it was a happy occasion 2 days ago when we were celebrating the wiladat of Imam Ali alayhi salam, or today when it's a sad occasion, thinking about Lady Zainab. Now I want you to shut your eyes. I just want to quickly, 30 seconds, to walk you through the day of Karbala. What Lady Zainab went through on that day. Imagine the bond she had with her brother Imam Hussain. Imagine when she found out Ali Asghar was martyred. It was as though she felt it. It was like her son who was being martyred. Imagine what happened to Hazrat Abbas. Hazrat Abbas was her brother. What happened to her brother? He lost both arms. How hard must have been for her to be able to witness her brother being killed like that. Imam Hussain, Shimr sitting on his chest, slaughtering, taking the head of Imam Hussain off. What will this sister be going through? The special bond she had. Thereafter, all the tents were being burned. She was protecting everybody. Let's go to Sham. She had her niece, Bibi Sakina, who was martyred then, and she had to console the mother of Lady Sakina. When Bibi Zainab reached back to Medina, her home, her husband wouldn't even recognize her because she had aged so much. Her hair that was black had become white. She couldn't even stand straight. She was bent. The hardship she went through for her beloved brother Imam Hussain, and of course for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let's have a loud salawat. Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain, Ya Hussain.
Ya Zainab Kubra, Ya Zainab Kubra, Ya Zainab Kubra, Ya Zainab Kubra. Bibi bani आजा पैगाम करबला तेरा किसने सुना यही का या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा पैग खुतबो की बरसरे दरबार जैसे चलती हो है तरी तलवार कट के गिरते थे ज़ालिमों के जिगर जंगे खैबर तिया तरी ललकाया ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा बीबी बनी आज़ा दीना रसूल बच गया कुर्बान की थी सदा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा याद आता है शाम का मंजर बीबी सर पे तेरे नकी चादर हर तरफ पाकरों की बारिश थी तेरी पोशाक थी लहू में तर या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा बीबी बनी आज़ा सदमात ये बहु बरा रोए सही हुदा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा तेग खुतबों की बरसर दरबार जैसे चलती हो हैदरी तलवार कट के गिरते थे ज़ालिमों के जिगर जंग खैबर तिया तरी ललका या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब कुबरा या ज़ैनब